Hello there. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Thanks for coming and watching this video. I just wanted to do a little short video on what we generally do on a full moon. We got Chewbacca here with me. See, hey Chewie, hey big boy, what's a good boy? He's such a good boy. He's my best buddy. Anyway, see, it's pretty much a full moon. I don't know if you can see that. It looks full to me. It's actually going to be full in 1.1 days, so another day, but close enough. And generally what we do, it's the time to let go of everything that you don't want on the full moon. So generally what we do is we just take a piece of paper and a pen, and we start writing down everything that we don't want, and set your intention that you're going to let this go. It's be gone from your field forever, and it's not going to bother you anymore. Like this could be anything, like an old thought that's bothering you. It's something that you can't get out of your mind. It keeps on twirling around and around and around. It keeps on plaguing you. It keeps on bothering you. It's kind of like keeps on just showing up no matter what you do. And then, so we just write that stuff down. It could be something about, your friend when you're growing up, when you're 7 years old, or something happened. It could be something like that, or it could be like something about your mom, or your dad, or your sisters and brothers, or your wife or your husband. Anything that would have caused you some kind of trauma or something that you want to let go of. There's also some other things, because what we want to do is we want to light a fire. See that nice little fire going? We've got a nice little fire. Anyway, and when you're done with this list, you want to burn it and just let it go and set the intention that it's going to be gone forever. And I'd be careful though. You don't want to let go of some of you don't want to let go of everything, huh? Yeah, I haven't eaten any. No, I'm just doing a video. You want to come? She cooked us some beets, so I like beets. Got kind of vegetarian because I can't handle anything to eat anymore. I'm allergic to everything, so I don't eat anything but veggies and fruits. And it's been pretty good. I kind of mess up all the time, and I figured that like tortillas are like cigarettes. You eat one and then you want another one. So you gotta watch those tortillas. Plus, some of them have gluten in them. They're not really that good for you. So if it has gluten in it, man, I'm just a freaking mess afterwards. It gives you a bloat. So you gotta watch what you eat too. So you can let go of that, like all the stuff that's like poisonous for your body. Let it go and let you become aware of what you can and cannot eat. That's something you can set an intention of doing on the full moon. It's really a good time to do it because energetic wise, the full moon is a good time to do it. So what we do is we just said, so I'm going to let go of like gang stalking, all the stuff that ever happened to me around that, all that BS, and all those perpetrators and stuff. Even though I have a different opinion about it and actually what's going on, because I don't think, what I found out is the biggest program running is separation. That is the biggest distortion ever. There is no separation. There is no out there. Everything that's going on is a reflection of what's inside. So you really have to look inside of yourself to see these things. And you're going to see it because it's going to reflect and it's going to materialize in material reality. But if you get sick of playing this stuff out, now's a good time to just start letting it go. And it might take a few times because you didn't get these loops and these programs and all this stuff overnight. It took years and years and years of programming. and so it might take years and years to get rid of it. So you've really got to stay on top of things, and you gotta really work at it. This recapitulation stuff is the basis for everything in what they call the sorcery in the Toltec tradition. The recapitulation is it. Without it, there is none. There is nothing. So what you want to do is you want to recapitulate your entire life and look at everything. You just find all the patterns, and you find all the beliefs that are running the show for your. It's literally got you trapped inside a construct, and the construct is our own making. So once we realize who we are, and that we are the all, and that all for one and one for all, then there's another thing I do every morning. I like to clear, so I always set the intention that I'm going to clear, but I like to open the stargates, north, south, east, west, earth, sky, and heart. And I open the stargates, and then I start clearing from there. And I always clear at least 7 times to clear those stargates. Clear. Set the intention. It's all in the speaking. Clear. So when you speak, clear. So it actually is. It's not just empty words. You've got to open your heart to do this work. It's got to come from the heart, and that's what we mean by a path with the heart. Is you've got to take the path of the heart, just to get any kind of concrete just to get what you want. You've got to be able to open your heart. Then you manifest from your heart, and you're never going to go wrong, because that's where your higher power streams from. If you stream God's source into your heart, and you're opening that vortex, and it's spreading out, and you can see the beauty in everything, you'll know that there is no separation, and that all these distortions and all this stuff showing up is just a part of your own reality that you've constructed, and that you've got to go inside and look at it. It's in your bones. It's in your blood. It's been programmed into you since birth. They've just started. I mean, it's just started since birth. It's nobody's fault. It's just something that happened. We had a fall in consciousness, and so I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to start with the truths of awareness, and then start talking about that stuff. And I'm going to do that in the next couple of videos. Plus, I'm going to talk to you about where I came from, who I am, and what I've been through in my entire life, and how that kind of sourced me into all this stuff, and how I got to know all this information and knowledge, the sacred knowledge that's been streamed into me. And it's not really a secret or anything. It's just it's available to everybody, and so I just wanted to share that you know, I'm nothing special. I'm just like you. So if I can do it, anybody can. I just want you to know that. And then it sure is a beautiful moon if you look at it. Look at that. It is an absolutely gorgeous night. I just love it. It's getting a little chillier, but I don't care. I love it out here. It's nice and crisp. There's a little breeze blowing. Got the fire going. We're going to go ahead and write all our stuff down, and then we're going to throw it in the fire. So if you want to watch, stuff like, you know, like I just put down, arguing with my wifey. I don't want to argue with my wifey anymore. I love her, so I don't want to argue with her. That sucks. So we'll put that down. You got to be careful too, because sometimes things that look so bad, like you know, things that look bad might be lining you up for your highest and best potential. So like my little 1999 Nissan Sentra blew an engine, right? but all that's doing is aligning me to put a nice 300 horsepower turbocharged engine in it, and that's going to be its highest and best, and that's going to be kind of fun too. Yeah, that's actually going to be kind of quite insane, actually, because 300 horsepower in a teeny little car like that is going to be crazy. It was already fast, like almost scary fast already. Now it's going to be just insane. So that's just what I'm talking about. Oh, it's so bad. Oh my gosh, we can sit there and dwell on how bad it is that the engine blew up, or we can look at the good side and say, hey, it's aligned the car for its highest and best potential. Now it can be a race car, and before it was just not going to be a race car. And I'm not going to race it or anything. I'm not a racer. Just I used to be, and I used to drive fast and stuff, but I don't drive fast anymore, especially on these roads down here in Mexico. They're very dangerous. You don't want to be driving fast on these roads. There's a time and place for everything, and I'm just grateful that I get to sit there and sit here and do this full moon ceremony and teach you about it. And so we're just going to keep writing. So we got Christmas lights on over there. Wow. Christmas lights and cactus. That's something new for us Utah boys. I came from Utah, so. So what else could we let go of? Like any third dimensional constructs, matrices, or realities. Just let them go. You don't need the third dimension now anymore. Just activate a fifth dimensional timeline and realign to your highest and best potential. Always just keep doing that over and over and over again, and let everything go that's coming up. What's going to happen is you're going to see things coming up, and you're going to have to recapitulate it. We'll go over that recapitulation a little bit more in detail on another video, but I think we've already done that on another video. You might have to look for it. I might have to watch some other videos to find it. But I'll do it again anyway, because it is so important that you do the recapitulation. Because then you gain your vitality back. You also gain your luminosity, because we're not going to go into all this crazy stuff right now, but we will soon. It's just a different conversation for a different time. Right now we're talking about the full moon. How about the fourth dimensional constructs, matrices, realities, or programs, hardware or software? Because really, this place is not what it appears to be. It is not what they told you it is, for sure. It is more like a super quantum computer system. You're running the show here. Whether you like to realize that or not, it's you that's running the show. And you're the super quantum computer system creating everything that's spinning out in your reality. Whether you like to believe that or not, that's what's going on. And so you're literally, if you want to look at it, you're just in infinity creating all this stuff around you, and it's by agreement and beliefs, and I mean, we're master creators already. We just create masterfully. So you can literally let it go. You can let it go and float out into infinity. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you, kick you. So, fire's still kind of going. Glad to see that wood burn a little better, because I bought some wood and I didn't think it was burning very well. So fourth dimensional constructs, matrices, software, or hardware. Any seals, like seals, tags, flags, holographic inserts, pathogen pullers, or any other type of structure interference. How about anything, in all things, people, places, and things that are draining my energy or luminosity. How about that? We could let go of that. Anything and everything that's draining your energy, anything and everything that's draining your luminosity or your power, however you want to put it. Why don't we just get rid of any kind of alien software, hardware, or crucifixion implants? How about just all implants? And what I mean by implants, it could be simply just something somebody said and it caught your subconscious and it's stuck there. And now it's kind of a belief system that's running, it's running around in your field, maybe even unconsciously, but it's running, it's got it's a program running. And it's an insert by somebody else that put it there. And they maybe have done it on purpose, maybe not. So something like that could happen. Any auto suggestions, any black magic. It's important to realize that black magic isn't exactly what you think. So you got some wizard conjuring up something over there in making blood sacrifices. Although you probably could have that kind of stuff, but it's really somebody who's not awake yet, who's what's the word for it? They're just not aware. What's the name of it? Anyway, they're not realizing what they're creating by thinking like bad thoughts about you and stuff. That's black magic. That's what that is, whether you want to believe it or not. That's what that is. And some of you might have been actually doing it. You might want to take a look at that, and maybe that's something you can let go. Like maybe you're a black magician and you don't even know it. You might have some ill thoughts or feelings or attitudes towards somebody else, and that's actually a form of black magic. So you might want to take a look at that, because we don't want to be projecting onto somebody else's path like that, and because you're not going to be able to look at your own self. Plus, there is no separation. That's part of you anyway. So it's just really kind of crazy how this thing is actually, once you start looking at it, once you can see it, it's you'll never be able to go back to your old reality. It just will disappear. It will collapse. And collapses aren't a bad thing. Sometimes it's the best thing that can happen to you. So you have to remember this stuff. Sometimes these things that seem that are awful bad are actually the best things that ever happened to us. So you want to take a look. You have to just look at it. So we'll go over any addictions. Addiction programming. How about any, because, man, we're all addicted to something. I don't care who we are. Even the food is addictive. So if you don't think it is, try to stop eating it. and see if you can for a little while. Like meat is addictive, gluten is addictive, sugar is addictive, coffee is addictive, nicotine, all that stuff. You know what it is. You know it's addictive. It's just you. And if you don't, try stopping and seeing if it affects you and you have a negative emotional reaction to it by stopping doing it. And if you do, then that substance is addictive. I guarantee it. So you want to take a look at that stuff and maybe let that stuff go too. How about victim programming? Because it's in our society that we're all victims of something else going on. Like it's somebody else's fault. It's the whole society set up like that. There's somebody else running the society. Nobody takes responsibility for it's actually me doing it. I'm actually the one creating this reality, not some elite bunch of stuff. Whoever doing the chemtrails and shit, who cares? We can eliminate that out of our reality too by activating a fifth dimensional timeline and moving into it. We can steer the ship. We're the ones who steer the ship, not them. So whoever they are, I don't really care. I think they're a bunch of dweebs. So yeah, I said it. I'll come looking for you someday. But anyway, what else can we let go of? I'm coming up to a blank, so I want you to just take a look at that and see if you can figure out whatever else you might like to let go of. Maybe make some comments or suggestions down below what you could actually let go of on a full moon, and do a ceremony like this. Then when you're done, sign it. And then set the intention that it's going to be disappeared forever. Out of your field, out of reality, out of your life, forever. And you want to take the piece of paper and you want to burn it. Set her on fire. There she goes. Goodbye. Adios, amigos. So, that's it. There you go. That's kind of an example of a full moon ceremony. Now you're welcome to do your own. You don't need me around to do one. And, I think everybody should do their own and start getting into a habit of and practice of doing some kind of ceremony on the full moon and letting go of everything. You'll be able to notice it after a while. You'll be able to notice a difference. So don't take my word for it, just try it yourself. Anyway, leave some comments down below. Go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate you watching it. And leave some comments. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.